Hello, welcome back to Advance Wars Dual Strike. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Cheers for joining us. The cavalry has arrived, show in the Yellow Comet commanders. Now we're joined by Grim and Sensei. Unfortunately though, unlike when the Blue Moon commanders showed up, where they just kind of joined us straight away, on this mission the Yellow Comet commanders fight us. To kind of, they want to see if we're ready to have them on our side. We have to prove our worth, as it were. This mission isn't too bad, actually. If I swap the top screen there, we can kind of see. I'm going to stick with Rachel and Jake, actually. I think. Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with Rachel and Jake for this one. Jake, because of all the planes tiles on the top, I can send all the anti-air units up there to deal with Sensei's helicopters. And really, the second front kind of plays itself. You don't need to pay too much attention to it. Even with Sensei's really annoying powers, the main problem is down here. Because Grim can build mechs, and the AI likes to build mechs and infantry units when it doesn't have very many units of anything else. And Grim mechs hurt a lot. Because, if I show you his CO dossier here, if I swap over, he's got like a 20-30% firepower increase to all of his units. He does have 20% less defense though, so even though they strike 20% harder, they lose out when you strike them by 20%. So even though they're quite scary and do a lot of damage, you can take his units out extremely easily. The problem is he just likes to spam a lot of them across the river. And so a lot of the fighting is actually going to be done around here, which is really annoying. But we'll deal with that as and when. And we want to capture the airport up here, actually, as well as this factory in the middle. So I'm actually going to spend my first turn just building infantry. And move that across there and send that up there to help out with the battlecopter onslaught which is incoming, really, because there's going to be a lot of them and most of Jake's troops are just going to get wiped out. The anti-air should be fine, but yeah, most of those are going to die. But they don't contribute to your technique score, only the stuff on the main screen does, which is fine by me. So move that there, build an APC. He's going to attack this infantry unit, so I'm going to build another one and I'm just going to bring that there so it's in range to hit it when it comes across, because he's just going to march straight for it and take the engagement. Yep, there we go, as I expected. I'm going to join Cap on the next turn. I'm actually not going to attack it with my mech because it will go in range for the recon to actually take it out, which I don't want it to do. So I'm actually going to capture and join Cap there. I'm going to leave this here to fend things off and actually build an artillery unit to try and pick things off that come across the river. I'm just going to give that there and build a recon unit to try and scout out the middle, because he's going to spam infantry units there eventually. Want to stop him reaching the middle with his infantry, if I can help it, because then he'll go for the missile silos, and that's really not what I want to happen. If he gets those missile silos, I won't be game over, but it's gonna hurt, to say the least. This is not the easiest mission in the world because it's so it's weird. It's kind of because it's so balanced, but because Grim just does so much damage. I'm just going to build mechs, actually. And I'm going to retreat that one just so I can heal it up. Because Rachel's other ability is, as well as the extra slight luck she gets, there's nowhere near as much as Nell's, but she heals for 3 HP instead of 2 HP when you put units on properties. It does cost extra to do it. It doesn't really come in handy, but well, it doesn't come in handy most of the time, but it can come in handy every now and again. There we go, that's in full, so I can bring that back. And that should, that minus 20 odd % defense there. I'm not sure if it's 20 or 30, now that I come to think of it, but Because normally recons do about 20% damage to each other, but that's doing 38, and I'm on a property, so I'm going to take less back in the counter-attack as well. So if I do that, send that back to grab the mech eventually, and bring those in. And have another artillery to just ward off his stuff around here. And we should be fine, really. Just have a wall of infantry in front, artillery in the back, and build most of our units here until we can take this middle factory. And then we can kind of just swarm across the map. Once I have... Okay, yeah, he went for that. That's kind of what I expected, but it's not too detrimental, really. The artillery on the factory is going to get healed up to full, so it's fine. I don't really mind. Oh, and my NPC ally is going for his superpower. It's not going to do him any favours. He's going to be able to take out an extra helicopter that you probably wouldn't have gotten otherwise, but... Oh, and it's actually good that he's doing it now, because Sensei hasn't captured any properties yet. And if well, he has now, but... What Sensei Super does is it deploys ready to move infantry or mech, depending on which one you use, in all of his cities ready to go, and it just summons like a swarm. If you've seen us play Advance Wars 2, then you'll just know how devastating that can be, especially, and how useful it can be as well for just producing a wall of fodder, like in the final mission against Sturm. Because you can just produce so many units. And they can just be so useful to have. Granted, they weren't the best in that final battle because I didn't get to showcase Sensei to his fullest potential. But the missions where we were playing as Sensei, he was pretty good. And he's got a tank coming in now, but it's a good thing I can now afford battlecopters. And I'm actually going to be able to use that missile silo next turn, which is fine. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I should probably send more anti-air units up front, actually. But I'm going to bring that in there. Missile silo... That... yeah, there. There we are. Bring that tank down a little. I'm just going to sack this recon to attack his one, because I should be able to take it out. There we go. That might actually distract his tank enough. I'm going to bring that up there in case he decides to go for it. Leave that there. Going to build an anti-air to send up, and I'm going to leave that there to guard the city. Actually, build another infantry. There we go. Okay, that should distract his tank actually with the recon being there, because I don't think he can reach the AP. Yeah, there we go. Oh dear. He will go for it with the artillery though, but that's okay. Oh, good grief, I'm choking to death today. Ooh. Right, there we are. Let's see what Sensei does. Yeah, I've got enough to afford a battlecopter, that's fine. Drop that there. Drop that there to actually shield it. There we go. And really, he can't actually do very much with that infantry, so I'm just send that there so he's got some extra to hit with. And I'm just going to move that off so she doesn't heal it up next turn. I save a little bit of money. Grim is really not that fun to play, I'm going to be honest. He's not the worst commander in this game. I would say that's Jugger. Oh, I forgot about his tank. No, that's fine. The counter-attack, yeah, this counter-attack's going to be fine, really. I don't really like playing as Grim. I don't know, I've not given him his fair dues. He might be more fun than I give him credit for. I haven't really played him very much, but I've never really attempted to play him properly because he's just kind of mediocre. I know he's so bad from playing against him in this mission. He's left that much of an impression that he's so shit that I don't want to play him, you know? Because he's just so bad. I'm going to build a tank. Get my helicopter in range there. I can probably take out his... No, I can't quite take out his tank. Well, my mech unit's actually going to die, so I'm going to retreat and bring in another infantry. Like, even attacking it with my infantry there does a lot of damage. I'm actually going to launch missile at this square here to actually bring his recons down, because they're the main threat to my infantry and stuff in the middle right now. Sure, they're still going to do a lot of damage, but I'm going to build another infantry there, actually. And no, I'm going to leave that where it is. Okay. Let's see what he does now. Yeah, I'm not surprised he's going for that, but that's fine. The artillery unit's going to cover it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're a die-hard Grim user, but I personally can't get on with him. Like, at all. I don't find him that fun to play. Maybe there's something that I'm missing, but... Oh, he's built an anti-air unit. That's fine. It's not going to get to me for a few turns. Let's see what Sensei does. Oh, dear. That's okay. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Yeah, just take that out. That's fine. Bring that infantry unit there. That's fine. Tank unit. Up we go. Load that into there and park that on a city actually, so it's got some defense. And take out the recon. I should destroy. Oh, not quite. Oh, my super's ready. I didn't even notice. It's probably been ready this entire time. Infantry and tank. I'll save it. Save it for next turn. Really, I cannot really need to use it now, because he's not going to do much damage to me this turn, if any at all. Yeah, that's fine now. Jake didn't really get to do very much. That's fine, it's kind of what I expected. I should probably send another anti-air unit up to help him out, but I don't really have the funds for it right now. I'm going to use my super this turn. Hopefully she'll drop one on the anti-air units and the artillery there. Yeah, hopefully it'll drop a second one. Yes, it did. That's what I wanted. Thank you. To completely cripple that. Will I be able to take it out? Almost, actually. Almost be able to take it out because his defense is that bad. I'm going to leave that tank alone, bring that in to threaten his recon, and probably just park that where it is, actually. If I wanted to, I could probably start spamming mechs to send across of my own, really, because I can start harassing. I can try and capture this factory, actually, is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to save funds for now, so I can build an anti-air unit to send up next turn. I'm actually going to try to start capturing that low. He's suiciding his tank again. I've never seen the AI do this so much. I swear that they never normally do. Maybe it's just a weird quirk with the ROM version of the game, I don't know. I'm going to build an anti-air unit to give Jake a hand up there, because he's not... Well, actually, the anti-air units he's got might be able to pull it off, but kind of want to see what happens down here. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah, okay. Take that out there, so that's no longer a problem. Well, it's still a little bit of a problem, but take that one. There we go. I can take out his anti-air with my helicopter, actually. I don't want it to heal back up and come back into the fight. And I'm actually going to deploy that there. Okay. I can take out that infantry with mine. That's fine. It will act as a little bit of a shield, no distraction. Take out that one. I can move my artillery onto the city, actually, so I can start shelling anything that comes out of the factory. And I can build an anti-air, actually. I'm going to do that, and I can still afford a mech to send across the river. Perfect. That's what I wanted to do. You can kind of see the diagonal line of where our front line is now. We're slowly backing him into this corner. I'll show you more with the cursor in a minute. When he's finished fighting about pushing his things around and the enemies had their turn. That's the one thing I kind of is a bit annoying, is you've got to wait for 3 AIs to have their turn on this. It's not just 1 or 2. On the plus side, you can skip the battle animations, and I have got them turned off. You can't skip them on the top screen now. If you've got battle animations on, you will not be able to skip them for the AI player on your team on the top screen. They have to stay on, which is very strange, but it's just a weird quirk of the game. I'm going to take out that infantry. Almost. Well, it's no longer a threat anyway. Shell that mech unit. I'll probably take it out, actually. Yeah, I can take it out. There we go. That was a waste of money for you, wasn't it? And actually... Oh, not quite. I thought I could block... Excuse me. I thought I could block the factory. But I can have a go at taking this tank down. And I'm going to send... Yeah, I'm going to send that out there so you can deal with those mechs which are coming... Well, mech and infantry which is coming for the HQ. And I'm just going to keep spamming my own mechs, actually, to try and take control of this factory. Is it an optimum strategy? No. Probably not, but it's a fun way to try and do it, and that infantry is effectively useless, so I can leave that be there and then, and we'll be able to capture that middle factory next turn, and he's going to use his superpower now. That's fine. I don't foresee him being able to do much damage with this, aside from maybe take out a couple of my infantry with his artillery units, which is fine. Quick drink, excuse me. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things... Oh no, he might be able to interrupt this cap slightly. Oh wait, no he didn't. That's fine. It was on that pitiful of damage. That tank's probably going to get killed. Almost. He's built another anti-air unit though, because my helicopter's in range. I kind of expected he would. And Jake should be able to deal with that and mop those up on the next turn. That's fine. I can still shell anything that comes out of his factory though, which is kind of funny. Does that have range to go up there? No, it does not. So I'm going to take out that infantry so it can't retreat and heal up. That tank I'm going to use to at least damage that anti-air unit, because I can then cripple the tank with the incoming one. And it stays out of range of the mech, although it will probably go for the damaged one, but that's okay. And I can actually take this out. And I can base block him, which is what I want to do. There we go. I can capture that. I can send that back for another infantry. And just going to build another mech. Yeah, okay, he went for that one. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I kind of expected that tank would die. That's okay. I still base blocked him though, that's the main thing I wanted to do. And most of his units are in range of my own, so I can probably take out that anti-air unit down there with my own mech actually on the river. What I was trying to say before is you can kind of see how the front line has formed diagonally along here. I still kind of need to take this airport really, but he's not going to be able to do much with it because he doesn't have much income. We've kind of boxed him into this back corner, which is perfect, really. I can't take it out, but I can pretty much cripple it, which is fine. I can take it out with a tank, actually. Take out the artillery. I almost said the anti-air then. Oh, I can't quite reach it, but that's fine. I'll take out the mech. That's effectively useless now. I can still capture, and I can send another infantry across. I don't need that to stay there anymore. To add... I'm going to capture that. And now I can build a tank there. Send that down for my infantry and load it in. There we are. So I utilise the full range of movement for the APC and for the infantry to get it further than it would be otherwise. And I'm going to build a recon and an infantry because I can, really. We should be able to mop this up in a couple of turns. I did not realise how long this mission was actually going on for. We're slowing down, actually, in terms of the campaign. The missions are getting slightly longer. Thankfully, though, the Green Earth one is... That sounded like there was someone at my door, then. The Green Earth one is nowhere near as long as this. We should be able to mock that one up fairly quickly. Oh, he has built a helicopter now. That's interesting. Oh, so much for Jacob being able to win. Look, he's just spammed a bunch of infantry. That's Sensei for you. That's just what he does. But we should be able to win down here, actually, fairly soon. So if I take that out, I should be able to capture that in a couple of turns. And then, really, there's not much left for me to do. I just need to mop up the rest of his units. My super's ready, actually, now that I think about it. Didn't even realise. I've just not been paying attention to my super. I don't tend to... It's not really that big of a concern. Don't really need to use it, so I've not been paying attention. I'll just build another anti-air units and just drop that infantry off there so it can capture the city. And this one can go for any of these missiles. There we go. I probably should use it at some point to just deal with his stuff, but it's honestly not that big a concern. See what Sensei does now. Is he going to merge? Yeah, he's going to merge some of his stuff together. That's kind of what I figured he might do. Fortunately, the anti-air can't get in range for that helicopter, but I can still strike it down, so it won't become more powerful than I can imagine with my missile unit there, and I'll just park that there so I can cover the infantry, which it will probably go for. I'll park that there, actually, and build another anti-air unit. That's fine. And I'll be able to take that base next turn, actually. He managed to let me capture that, which is quite funny. Now I'll be able to take out this mech as well. Well, it's still going to attack probably my weakened tank, but that's fine. I can move that in range. My infantry's coming in. And I'm going to bring that there so it's out of the helicopter's range. Realistically, so she probably won't be able to go for it. And just bring that in there to refuel because I can, really. Just save my money, might build another helicopter. Just in case. Yeah, she went for the weakened one, I'm not surprised. Okay, she went for the... Oh yeah, he's building more helicopters now because he can't do much else with his money. That's okay. Should be okay, anyway. Excuse me, oh, I keep coughing this episode. Alright, well let's get that anti-air in, bring the recon down, take out that helicopter. That's okay, there we go, bring that in. Launch a missile unit so he has to waste funds repairing it. And build another battlecopter of my own. Get that one up so I can bring it in for repairs next turn. And we should be fine, really, although I don't foresee this going on for much longer, because I can probably realistically go for the HQ cap soon. Because, yeah, he keeps building mech units, which is not really surprising. That's what the AI likes to do. I'm going to take that out there. Gradually, though, I can probably take most of these cities from him. I've got that much of an infantry force down here now, really, that I can realistically probably aim for doing that. Bring that there, actually, so I can bring another infantry in from the base in the middle. Yeah, there's no point. I can probably use my regular power, actually. It's probably going to serve me more effectively than anything else. Yeah, he's not going to be able to build anything this turn because drained his funds, which is fine. So that helicopter is the last one he's going to be able to do anything with. I should be able to mop him up next turn. I'll probably beat the main mission faster than my AI opponent, who's usually fairly smart, can actually win the second map. Though he should probably win it in the next turn or two if I let it carry on, but I'm just going to use my regular power for a bit of a luck boost, and also just because the music's quite nice. A bit of a satisfying conclusion to end this mission on. Hopefully be able to finish it. I'm hoping I will. If not, then, oh dear. but that's okay. Take out the helicopter at least. That was a given. Okay. Well, in that case, then I'll just go for this. So I can gam it up on the base. Okay, fine. I'm not going to finish it this turn. I thought my units were healthier than they actually are. Whoops-a-daisy. But I can build tanks over here now, so that's the main thing. And I can block the airport. There we go. Right, don't need to worry about helicopters anymore. Send that across because mech unit. Repair that. Mech unit. Yeah, we'll win next turn. Bring that there so I can capture and have the defense, so it's in range to strike, and there we go. This mission went on for longer than I thought it would. Never mind. That's okay. Best laid plans and all that, innit? Oh, he's built a tank. Well, that's just rude. Ah, you ran out of ammunition. Never mind. Bring that there to attack the one on the HQ. Take that out there, that's fine. Realistically, I just want to be able to block him on the base so that he's stuck, and he won't be able to build any more units, really. I bring that out there because I can attack it with my anti-air and still do decent damage. Because it's Grim, it's gonna nearly kill it because Grim's units are just so squishy. Is the best way I can describe them. They're so squishy because his defense is so poor. He's like the opposite of Kanbai in terms of defense. It's really not what you want. Defense is such a good stat, and to give that up for a slight little bit of damage is laughable, really. It's not going to serve you any favours. You kind of want to crush the enemy before they get a chance to have any force of, well, any sort of force going at all, but by the time that you get to that point, you're kind of already going to be squished anyway, because by the time you get your units in range to effectively melt them up, because he gets no movement bonuses, they're just going to be squashed. I mean, you see for yourself there how much damage you can actually do. A 5 HP artillery unit brought a full infantry down, did 80% damage off of a really crippled unit, but the downside of that is just so high that I don't consider him worth using, really, and a lot of people would say the same. In fact, we're probably going to win this turn. Yeah, probably will. I can base block. Take out the... Can I get my tank to hit it? Yes, I can. Do as much damage with the mechs as I can. They've served their purpose. Build a transport copter. Something different. And an artillery, really. And there. GG, as they say. He has been squished. And now, the Yellow Comet commanders will join our party, as it were. Although, aside from Sensei, I'm never going to use them. Grim is just not worth it. Might use Sensei in a couple of the later missions, and we still get an almost perfect score. A couple of turns slow, maybe, but never mind. That's okay. Probably, yeah, I'm just not going to use Grim. We went through all that effort to unlock him to use in the campaign, and I'm not going to use him whatsoever. He's just not worth it. Where do we go to now? Ah, the snow level. Right. Is that the one where we can unlock the Black Bomb or the Pipe? I think it's the Pipe Runner one we unlock, actually. There is a lab map hidden on this mission. But I'll show that to you next time. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let us know what your thoughts on Grim and Sensei are down below. As always, it's been a pleasure. Cheers for joining us. Stay safe. Ta-ra for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye!